The pandemic has led to a collective bump in stress and anxiety across our community.
Yeah, that is why the Department of Health wants to spread the word about where to turn for support.
The COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact not just on physical health, but on mental health. And we are going to spend a few minutes now talking with Dr. Michael Champion from the Department of Health, who works with adult mental health and division about this and some of the problems caused by the pandemic. So thank you so much for joining us on Living 808.
Thank you. It's good to be here, and thank you for your interest in this topic.
Of course, it's such an important topic, and let's hit on this because this really has become a public health concern, hasn't it?
It's we're in the midst of a worldwide pandemic that affects everyone in every country, every state, and certainly everyone here in Hawaii. This is unprecedented. We haven't experienced this in the last 100 years. And so it's affecting everyone that we know, every aspect of our lives. People are experiencing stress and physical and emotional symptoms of stress that can also lead to health problems other than an infection with COVID-19. And these are stress-related health conditions.
What do you advise people to look out for, some of those telltale signs of stress and anxiety, and then what they should do about it?
Some of the telltale signs of prolonged stress are feeling uncertain or more anxious or overwhelmed than we normally are, having difficulty with low energy or difficulty concentrating, or feeling more emotionally sensitive or sad. Also, people may be experiencing stress in their body by feeling their heart racing or having headaches or sweating or not digesting their food as well. And it impacts your daily life. So when we don't feel good, oftentimes we withdraw, we want to be by ourselves, but we don't have the motivation to exercise and improve the way that we feel. And if people are experiencing these kind of symptoms that I've described, it's important to try to take steps in your daily life that will help you manage that. And there's some coping strategies that you can take, like when feeling overwhelmed, finding a quiet place to close your eyes and take some deep breaths and pause to center yourself. Take some time to listen to music or watch a movie that you'll enjoy, to try to just have some time to be calm and enjoy a moment of your day. Certainly eating well, having plenty of sleep, and getting a good diet are all parts of an active way to keep balanced and address stress. If the stress and the emotional response to it becomes persistent in a way that's counterproductive and affecting the way that people function, it's really important to reach out for help. One common way of doing that is to talk with your primary care doctor about your health condition and a potential referral that you might need. The other is contacting Hawaii Cares, which is access in the Department of Health that provides us coordinated access to resources. Specifically, I wanted to mention a new program and a new resource called Kumikini, which is a COVID-related counseling service and supports that's accessed through the Hawaii Cares number. The Department of Health's Behavioral Health Administration, that the Adult Mental Health Division sits within, has been operating a vaccine clinic on the Windward side in partnership with nonprofit partners and a whole set of volunteers to provide vaccinations for the public. And up to this point, we've administered around 30,000 shots of the vaccine. And when I work in that clinic, I have the opportunity to be face-to-face with people and hear their stories about how the pandemic has impacted their daily life and also their health. And I get to experience a real mix of optimism about getting the vaccine, but also anxiety about what happens next. So some of the things that I really have learned and that's been reinforced is that we're all a larger team and we all have roles in this to get through it together. And it takes everyone, a public health effort, but also us all to come together to try to take steps to protect each other, protect ourselves. It's really helped me understand our connection as a people and have a much deeper understanding of aloha. The last thing I would say is that I have come in contact every day with the real benefit and need to develop a deep sense of gratitude, that there's things that we can do to celebrate what's happening to us every day, being thankful for being alive, for the opportunity to serve in whatever capacity we can, and for the opportunity to share aloha with each other.
It's a message that everyone needs right now, but also to know about those extra resources that have definitely been tapped into so much during this pandemic as it dragged on over a year.
Just know that there's somebody there to help, right?